Hello everyone, it's Winona the Left-Handed Beater. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. I'm going to do a collaboration with BB Craft with the beads that I purchased a week or so ago. And I thought, I just finished up with my retreat and I'm awfully tired and don't have a lot of energy. So what a wonderful thing to purchase is one of these earring kits for days when you're feeling like I am today. Basically, it's just look at the pictures. If you've never beaded before, if you've never done anything, it gives you the basic instructions on how to go about making like an eye pin and attaching things. Just very basic, but you know that you can find any of that out on YouTube. You can watch some of my videos, in fact, to learn how, and you can watch this video, in fact, to learn how if you've never done any of this before. But I just thought, I'm just going to make these earrings and use this kit up. And it's perfect for a day like today where I'm actually very tired and my brain isn't functioning full tilt and I just don't have any energy to do anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set some stuff out here. Oops. Well, that figures. Now, this is the one component, if you were going to upgrade, I would consider upgrading, and that's your ear wires. If you have any kind of allergies or anything, I would recommend going to stainless steel ear wires. But these are for myself, and I find when they do start to bother me, I just change out my ear wire and put a new one in. These are some of the components that came in the kit. So we've got a few hoops, and we've got some squares. We've got a few pony beads. And pony beads, I think most of us know those from when we were kids. They've just got a bigger hole. I don't know if that shows well enough through there or not. I go for an eye appointment tomorrow. I suspect I'm going to need new glasses. We've got some little beads here, and these are all acrylic beads, which you can substitute and you can use glass beads too. But you know what, when it comes to earrings, if you like to wear big earrings, I would say acrylic beads are the best because they don't add any weight to your earrings. These are different shapes, I see. We've got kind of a bell shape here. And then we've got some of these kind of a tubular shape. These are like a coin. These are beautiful. They almost look like amber. And if you're a YouTuber and you have 100 subscribers or more, you can apply to be in their YouTube program where they will they'll send you, you pick out beads and they'll send them to you and you do videos, and you have to do an unboxing video and two process videos. And then when you're done that, you send the information to them, and they hopefully they approve you to do some more. I find the biggest thing is figuring out what I'm going to do all the time. That's why this bead kit, this necklace earring kit came in really handy, and I love these colors. And then we've got an assortment of beads in here, and I think the reason I took the others out is because I wanted to sort these. It's easier to just dump them out. So we've got some round ones, and then we've got some more oblong ones, like a bigger rice bead. And then, of course, you've got this container when you're done. I also have a discount code for 10% off. It's LEFT10, and it's all in the description below. All the description to quick links to all of these items I'm showing you in my videos are also below the videos, so just makes it quick to order. So I think we'll start with this earring here. So for these earrings we need 2 ear wires. We need these rectangle, or that's not rectangle, what's that? 1, 2, 3 hexagon shaped earrings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 octagon. Okay. Octagon, and then I'm thinking it's these ones. Excuse me. I got a little frog in my throat. We're going to have to sort these through because some of these are eye pins and some of these are head pins. Now, if you're new to jewelry making, eye pins or head pins have just a little hammered head at the end. Just get that up closer where you can really see it. I mean, you see how that's been hammered down? That's to stop the bead from going through the end of this wire here. And eye pins have like a little eye at the end. And there's certain indications for different use for both of them, but you know, you can turn a head pin into an eye pin by just clipping that end off. I'm going to just zoom in a bit more here. There we go. Clipping this head off and then making an eye, and the same goes for turning an eye pin into a head pin by just bending this over. So when you're looking at making your jewelry, you can see where there's not another bead added to the bottom of this. So this is an indication that I would use a head pin. And then here I'm dangling something from it, so I would start with an eye pin. So we'll just put this through here. Oh, I'm down one bead already. This head pin isn't big enough, so we have to use the smaller beads. What happened was the hole in these beads is bigger than this. So I still want to use that big bead, I think. I think I do. Just hold on, I'm going to grab something and show you what you can do if this happens to you. Okay, if that happens to you, one thing you can do, you could bend this and make a little loop at the bottom for decoration. You could grab a different head pin, because usually you have more in your stash, or you could take a smaller bead and put a smaller bead on there and then put this over top of the smaller bead, like that. And then I'm gonna just bend this over and just trim this about a good 1/4 inch, if not more. That's what I find. It's more than a 1/4 inch, but not really, like a 1/2 inch or 3/8 of an inch. And I have a jar that I keep handy that I put all my wire in. It's just right here. So I'm a little rusty. I haven't done a process video in a long time. Then just take this. This is the spot that I tend to use a lot on my round nose pliers. You can find kind of your sweet spot. You can mark it if you want, but I just take it and I put it flush with the end, and then I just twist. And my hands aren't working today. There we go. And there we go. That's not the best loop I've ever made, but let's make another one. Oops. I'll maybe just pour a few of these beads out in case I need them. And these are just 11/0 seed beads. If you do one to one side, you have to do it to the other side. You want your earrings to be uniform. And then again, I'm just going to bend this, and then I'm going to cut. It's kind of like, you find what works for yourself. Like I find myself, that's a good amount for me. And I guess what I end up with then is a more of an oval than a round thing. I haven't used these pliers in a while. It's taken me a while to get used to them again. Oopsie. Okay, let's push all these others to the side so we only have what we need in front of us. So we've used a head pin, and we've done those two. So now we're going to use an eye pin. We're going to put an eye pin through here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bend. I'm going to turn this way. It's easier to trim it then. Oops, didn't cut all the way through. And bend. I shouldn't be showing you today when I'm tired and my hands aren't working right. But I think sometimes it's good to know that things don't always work out perfect the first try. Sometimes I have to bring this back, but it's really important that, and I think I need to zoom in again. My husband came up and interrupted me. So bend that, and you can spend a little time shaping this. You don't have to be perfect the first time around. Let's grab another eye pin. Bend it over. And I think the truth is that once you get into your rhythm, and these are hard pins, these, and get doing it faster, I think it works much better. Boy, I'm not doing a very good job of this at all today. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. Oops. It also helps when you can see what you're doing. Close this one. Open this one. Now I'm out of practice. I lay bets by the time I get finished making all these earrings today that I will be fine at making my loops again. So we'll open this loop. Put it in here. So anyway, I've mentioned about the YouTube program. I've mentioned about the 10%. I've mentioned in past videos how you can get really good deals at Bebycraft. Like you can use my coupon, and often they have things that are 55% off. So there we've got our first pair of earrings done. So the next ones I think I'm going to use these twisty things. I'm going to use these, and I'm just following what they have in front of me on this sheet. I'm just looking at the pictures and figuring out what I think I've got from there. So let's see if this head pin will fit through here, if we need to add another. No, that's good. Let's make sure it fits through both holes before we do that. Yep. So now I'm gonna get into the mass producing, rather than turn my make my head or my eye on my eye pin on my pin. I'm going to cut a few, and then I'll shape them all at the same time. Oh, see, I didn't measure that one very well. Let's try this one. Yeah, these are going through here. Yeah. One side it goes through, one side it doesn't. So we'll try bending this again. Okay, I'm finding that a lot of these beads, the hole is too big for the head pins that were given in it. So again, I'm going to put a seed bead on the end. kind of had to think what I was going to do. I was going to just use some different head pins, because I think as jewelry makers, we often have different head pins. But I kind of want to use what's in the kit. And there are workarounds, and this is just one of them. So let's just bend that. So I'll just use the seed beads in every time I use a head pin today. I'll just add a seed bead at the bottom. Or what I like to use when I make my own jewelry a lot of times is I like to use ball head pins. There we go. And I'm going to open this, attach it into there, and this is where you have to make sure you close this. And it's tight. Let's bend this one back a bit. And you know, we each have our own style of eyes that we make with our pins, and I think more important than being perfect is being consistent, to consistently make the same style. So that one feels different. So now I'm putting an eye pin on. And the eye pins, you don't have to worry, because you've got that loop at the end of it that catches the bead. The only bead that it won't catch is a pony bead. We had a really good time at the retreat. It was a 4-day retreat. And I've been home. This is my second day home. And I'm tired. So I'm going to attach this onto here. And I was having problems, and I'm having problems. My neuropathy is flared up again. And I'm not feeling my fingertips all too well. Now these, you want to make sure you've got a nice tight seal there, or your earrings are going to come apart on you. Like, not seal, but you've got this ring closed nice and tight. And then we'll grab our, oh, what are those called? Ear wires. There we go. Our second pair of earrings. If I was to do this again, I probably would supply my own head pins and eye pins. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, so we got number 2. Number 3 is this. Where's the other teardrop? And 2 round ones. So again, we're going to use a seed bead. Where is a head pin? Put a seed bead on the end. Okay, and then we'll grab another head pin. Oh, I see a seed bead right here. So yeah, we had 17 people in total at the retreat, which is less than normal, but boy, that's a nice number to have. And if you want a decorative piece on here, you could also add a seed bead up here, just to add a little more decoration. And then again, we'll use an eye pin. And it doesn't matter that it's bent as long as you can get your bead on it. And I'm going to bend that over. But yeah, I got a lot done. I was surprised how much I did get done while I was there. I like to do it this way where I put my wires in, I band them all at the same time, and then I cut them and then I shape them. I find that it just goes a little quicker, and maybe it's all in my head. Who knows? Maybe you'll buy this set and then you can just bead along with me and say, look at Winona, I can do this better than you. It just goes to show you when you're out of practice. You need practice. And it goes to show when you're just starting, don't expect to be perfect all the time because it's a skill. Now what if I went this way? I don't think I usually turn them this way though. Okay, so let's put these together. And when I'm all done all my earrings here, I'll go through them one more time, probably with some kind of magnification lens because my eyesight isn't the best, and make sure that I have all of these joins closed. There we go. When I used to buy jewelry, oh boy, I didn't have a clue when it broke how to fix it. And I used to get so disappointed how easily your store-bought jewelry would break. And it's all just making sure that you have those connecting parts closed properly. So we've got 3 pairs of earrings. Now we're going to do, ooh, what shape is that? Oh, it's the bell here. The bell and 2 ovals. And again, I need to head pin, so I'm going to use a seed bead. And we'll bend that over. Geez, I'm not very talkative today either. I just don't have any energy. It's amazing how tired I still get when I go out and about. And then tomorrow we head to the city. We have eye appointments, and then I'm going to stay up there because not the very next day, but the day after at 9 o'clock in the morning, I see my surgeon about the results from my mammogram, which, because in Saskatchewan in Canada, we have what's called eHealth. Any kind of testing, our prescriptions, anything like that, we can go online and see the results. So I know my mammogram is good, and it's just a formality to see the surgeon. But then I see her, and she kind of checks me out too. And then she books my next year appointment for me, and then we do the same thing again in a year. So there's no need to worry, my mammogram's fine. But this is the last day of October, and October in Canada and the US is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So like there's a family that I watch on YouTube. They do cross stitch. They're called the Pink Stitchers, and it's a mother and 2 daughters, and they have all had breast cancer, and they sign off every video, get your boobs checked. So in case you haven't gotten your boobs checked, it's probably not a bad idea. We lost Suzanne Summers this last month to, and if you're from somewhere else in the world, you may not know who Suzanne Summers is. She was an actress, famous in the 80s, maybe late 70s maybe. Anyway, she had breast cancer. She chose alternative treatments, and she passed away. And we lost Olivia Newton-John, another breast cancer, girl to breast cancer. And I shared my story with you earlier this month. I wasn't sure if I should do that, but I did. So there's another one. And you may see, while I'm doing this video, you may see that my joint isn't very good. I haven't closed my eye very well, but I will fix that before I attempt to wear any of these earrings. And I forget how much this was. I think this was like $10 or $11 maybe. And you've got all these earrings, and they've got different color ones too. I just chose this because in the fall, that's kind of what I wear, are these colors. I made a mess of this one. I'll have to fix that one after. So we've got another pair of earrings. Now this one's a little different. Okay, we'll take these two. We're going to take 2 little beads per earring. And then we're going to take pony beads. So I will grab a seed bead on a head pin. Maybe I won't. I'll have to grab a different head pin. That might be one from a bag that I had on my desk, because I was going to switch out head pins, and then I changed my mind. I'm going to add another seed bead to the top. And then we'll bend that. I'll add a seed bead. I took my computer in. I don't know if you can hear the fan on it. I have an old Mac computer, and it died on me last year, and I took it in and they put a new hard drive on it, and it was good, and it died again a couple of months ago, and I took it in and they fixed it, but the fan is really loud on it now. So I hope you can't hear that. I use it to kind of see where I am in frame. Now this is an idea I've never had, is to sandwich 2 round beads. They look like they're about 6 millimeter with a pony bead. That's kind of a neat idea. And we're doing that on an eye pin. And I think, oops, with these 2, I might shape it right after I cut it, or what happened now happens, you lose that little tiny seed bead at the end. Which I just did again. think I'm going to take a break after these and come back in a few minutes. My back is bothering me a little bit. I think I'm going to take something for that. We're halfway through. So yeah, I've got some muscle relaxants I'll take and see if that helps my back. And I'll straighten out my desk a little bit and then come back. And we'll finish the last 5 pairs of earrings. And let's hope I get more talkative. Let's hope I get better at this too. Oops, I shouldn't laugh so loud in front of the camera. So I didn't do any craft sales this year. I said I was going to, but I never did. I think I'll open this one here. I'm starting to stockpile quite a bit of jewelry. I told my younger sister she should come out sometime, and she's still working. I said, you should come out and go through my jewelry and pick some out to take home. Or maybe I should just bring some up one time, pack a suitcase of jewelry up and bring up. Oh, I like those. Okay, I'll be back in a flash. Okay, let's try another pair of earrings. So I think these two have these coin beads at the bottom, and then a pony bead, and then a small little bead. And then that could be your earring right there. And then add these on to make it longer. I like long earrings. So I'm going to grab a head pin, and I will put a bead, a seed bead on it. Put this, and then put the pony bead. And you can do these. You don't have to follow the instruction sheet. You can do whatever you want. Oops, that didn't work that time. So this bead is too big even with the seed bead on. So let's see what I have in here. I know I've got, I think these might be better. Yeah, these have a big, huge head on them. You know, even that's iffy. And then we'll put the pony bead and the tiny bead. And then when you bend this down and you cut, you could make a small tiny eye pin out of this. We'll save that. We might need those again because we've got those round beads again. And don't be discouraged because the head pins are too small, because head pins are a key component if you're going to be making jewelry. That's something you'll find that you'll be buying anyway. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, and then we need an eye pin. And you can use these just as a branching, a starting off point. Like, you could be adding one of our other beads. I'm just going to grab one right away here. I'm going to grab my little basket here of my BB Craft stuff. You could add some of these beads in with it too. You don't need to just use these beads. You could be using some of these with it too. But I just want to keep it simple right now. My plan was to just make these earrings, but I could use these designs as a branching off point to use different shaped beads and different beads to make earrings as well. So we had delicious food at the retreat. And I usually stop in Wolseley. It's the town where my son lives, and my one son. And we usually pick up pizza for supper that night, the night that we come home, because I'm too tired to cook. But quite a few people, the roads aren't the greatest right now. We have winter here. Like, it snowed here, and it's I think it was like 27 degrees last night out, minus 27. So it's cool. I'm going to use this plier to open and close with, and it can help straighten a bit too. But anyway, coming home Sunday, the roads weren't that great, so a lot of people left before lunch, and there were a lot of leftovers. So I need to get a different plier. I asked them if I could buy the leftovers, so I didn't have to cook Sunday and I didn't have to cook Monday, which is great because, like, I'm exhausted. I don't even know if I'm making sense. I do like those though. Yeah, it's probably not the best idea to be trying to open and close with your round nose pliers, because they tend to roll a bit. Boy, it feels good to be making jewelry again. Oops. I never did get to make myself anything for Halloween. Mind you, we won't get any kids out here. We live on a farm, and it's not nice out. So we won't be getting any kids coming out. Okay. So there we have another pair of earrings done. These I'm going to put actually, I'm just going to throw them in my container. I have enough ear wires. Okay, so that was those. Now we're going to try something a little different. We're going to take two of these. We're going to take two of these. We're going to take around a circle and a circle, ear wire, ear wire. We need two head pins. And I'm going to maybe use all four of these bigger head pins. So I'm going to These I'll keep. This will definitely be long enough to reuse. And all you have to do is just bend one end down. Oh, that's long. And there I have an eye pin. These are hard wires to bend, these big ones though. And oh, the reason I'm using the bigger ones is because I don't want to use a seed bead. And they're handy. Oops. Oops, that's not. Oops, 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 oops. Okay. I'm trying to think, there's something else I'm supposed to say about BB Craft too. And I can't remember. 100 subscribers, YouTube program, 10% discount, links in the description. They will not deliver to a box number. You need a street address. That's why I have to get mine delivered into the city, into my mom's place, because I live on a farm and I have a box number for an address. That's the only drawback for me, especially in the winter, because I live 100 miles from the city, or 150 kilometers, so I have to drive into the city to pick up my beads, which isn't bad if I'm doctoring all the time. Mind you, I do try to spend a week with my mom. I'm just putting that in there. Just trying to think here. Let's take our ear wire, and we're going to put our ear wire through our loop as well. And I really need to get new glasses, because I bent that way too far. Or maybe I just need my glasses adjusted. Okay, and then we're going to take this one here, and we're going to attach it to the bottom. I like these earrings. I'll be making more earrings in this style. And they're light, like they pack a punch, but that's a very light earring. So I'll put you there. And this is how I should have done it before. Rather than opening both, I can get it through one if I can see what I'm doing. You need to get, yeah, you need to get that ear wire in there too, or it doesn't hang right. It's kind of a backwards way of doing it. I might have to get out I haven't worn them. Once I got new glasses, I didn't need to wear my magnifiers anymore, but I might have to get them. Oh. There we go. This is my favorite pair so far, I think. I really like those. Very pretty. Okay, so then our next pair, we're going to use the hoops again. Oh, we're going to have, these are going to be leftovers, so we can use these and make a pair of earrings with our other beads. And then we're going to use these, and we're going to use a big one. So I don't want to use those hard pins. Hopefully these are softer. These are head pins I have, and often you'll get head pins and they'll be all bent up. I don't know what the story is on that. I think that should be okay. And you have to make your loop big enough on these. So I'm going to put this. Oh boy. I'm usually not this bad. Okay. Oh, see? Let's take this one out. Let's try another head pin. You could also put a little bit of glue in too. Build that hole up a bit. We still have 2 pairs to go here. Oh, this is the eye pin I made. I thought it was one I bought, but it's one I made. A lot of times if I'm making my own links, I'll just use wire. I won't even start with eye pins. I just get some 20 gauge wire and I make my own. Okay, we're almost done. But I think I'm going to have to take a break again. I'm not used to sitting making jewelry. I need to get my body back in shape for that. Geez, I think that's the best one I've made so far. I'm going to join these 2. And then I'm going to add a ring, and I'm going to close that up. Okay. I'm going to see which loop is biggest. That's the one I'm going to use to join the 2 and add the loop. And I have a whole bunch of these loops somewhere. to get some pictures. And then I'll be gone for a few days again, but then after that, I shouldn't have to go anywhere for a while. Here we go. And I think this is number 8. And if you wanted these to hang more in the middle, you could add a couple of little jump rings to bring it down, or add a few more beads to bring that down to the middle. Now these last 2 are fairly easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use head pins for this, use eye pins for this, and join them together. Then I'm going to use head pins for this one. I'm going to use eye pins for this one and eye pins for that one and join them together. And then I'll come back and I'll show you all of them one by one. Okay, so now let's zoom in again. In no particular order, here's one pair of earrings. Very lightweight, very pretty. So we got 10 earrings out of that kit, and we have 2 metal components left, which I am going to save and possibly use in another pair of earrings in this series. And I've got these head pins left that were too small for a lot of our beads here, but there will come a time when you may need a tiny head pin, so don't throw them away because you can still use them. We've got we've got a pair of these earrings. And again, I'm going to have to go through and make sure that everything's closed properly. This isn't my best work. Another pair. That's number 3. I like these ones. Number 4. Number 5, this used pony beads. I have pony beads. I have some glass pony beads. I'm going to use that idea in the future. These I like too. You could even dangle a tiny bead down the center if you want, but this is actually very classy looking. Very inexpensive earrings, quickly made. And again, take a look. They've got lots of really pretty colors. They've got some butterfly wing ones and dragonfly wing ones. Look at it, looks like amber. Just gorgeous. And very lightweight. A lot better than it would be were these glass or stone. Look at the marbling in there. Just gorgeous. And as usual, I'll have pictures at the end of the video. I'll have still photos of everything hanging. This one's got to get a kink out of it. Yeah, excellent idea for pony beads. I wonder if I gave them to Ava. I hope I didn't now. I think I got them from Dee Dee's. They were beautiful colors. I just wasn't sure what to do with them. Anyway, there we go. 10 pairs of beautiful earrings made. Would have been made quicker had I been in shape for making jewelry, had I been practiced up. But it just goes to show you, you don't always start making perfect things, right? You need to practice. And even if you've been doing it for a few years like I have, and I haven't been doing it for as many years as some of you have, you still need to keep doing it to keep your skills set up. It's amazing how quickly you lose that muscle memory. I like these. I'm going to wear a pair of these earrings tomorrow. I don't know which pair I'm going to wear, but I'm going to wear one of them tomorrow when I go to the city because I have a shirt that's got these colors in it. Might have to be one of these with the darker tones. Anyway, I wish you lots of love and happiness. And oh, and don't forget, now you've got this wonderful container. It's a little too small to store your made earrings in, but hey, I have these seed beads. I could put them in there if I want. Anyway, I wish you lots of love and happiness until we meet again. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.